Alright everybody, welcome back to 843 Garage. We'll be working on the 79 Ford F-150 again. We plan to put a bed liner in it and fix a couple of the rusted spots. You know, we're just gonna weld in some, we're gonna cut out what's rusted and weld in some different metal and whatnot, and then we're gonna kind of sand all this down a little bit, get it all prepped up for the bed liner. And once we get the bed liner down, we got a brand new 12-gallon fuel cell for it, and so we'll be getting that put in. This is the brand bed liner we decided to go with. I watched a bunch of different videos about different kinds of bed liner, and this one seemed to be one of the best, which we're actually going to have to get a little bit more. This may not be enough to do the whole bed, but we'll be able to do the first half to three-quarter, probably the first three-quarters of the bed, and we can go ahead and get the tank in there and all, and get that fuel cell out from underneath the hood, because that's not the safest.
Not ideal.
And we also got some breath sprayers just to help mine and Cody's lungs out a little bit, you know, so we don't breathe this stuff in.
Don't forget your safety.
Yeah, so.
Don't want to breathe that rust and shit in.
Yeah. So we got it all prepped up, you know, just kind of help keep us from rubbing up against it with rust and all kinds of metal up on us. We're gonna get in there and we're gonna get it all sanded out and get it prepped up, and we'll probably, you know, catch y'all up when we get a little bit closer to a finished prep, and then probably get it bed lined tomorrow, and that'll be the second half of this video.
Yep. So, I guess we'll get to doing some wire wheeling.
Let's do it. Well, everybody, me and Cody put in about an hour and a half, probably.
Yeah.
You know, and was able to get a lot of this cleaned up. We're gonna come back in the morning. We're gonna finish up that last 2 feet there in the tailgate, and then we're gonna start filling in some of these little holes. We're gonna spot weld them and whatnot, and then we're gonna figure out our rust section over there. I'm gonna take them over there so I can put my phone on.
Yeah.
We're gonna fix 2 rusted out sections. My phone's actually dead. Well, I've been out here doing this for an hour and a half. But we're gonna fix out these 2 rusted sections. This one right here, and that one back there on that back corner. And we're gonna get them filled in, you know, and then we're gonna try to get that bed liner down. Hopefully by the end of tomorrow we have the bed liner down at least. And we're actually gonna go ahead and fabricate up the mounts for the tank before we bed line, so that way the mounts can be bed lined and all that, and it'll just look a little bit better. So I guess we'll pick y'all up in the morning for some more grinding and going down some bed liner. All right, everybody, welcome back to 843 Garage. We're finishing up the bed liner. We're also gonna get this tank installed like we talked about. Me and Cody got out here this morning. We put a little bit of time in it. We just fabricated up these little mounts so that way it can be raised up off the bed here, because the way this tank is, it's got like a little sump, so it needs to be raised up a little bit. So we just took some little 1.5 inch square tubing, put a little spacer on top of it, drilled a hole through it, and it's gonna lay right in these ribs right here. You can kind of see the 4 spots that are ground. We're gonna grind in between it, clean up these, and we're gonna tack them down, and then we'll pull the tank off of it, and then we'll throw the welds on it. We'll get it all welded in, a little bit more cleaning up. I think we'll get close to putting some bed liner in today, which we also gotta fix this, but we'll get to that right after we get this tank down.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're gonna tack in these nuts down here, so that way we don't have to put a wrench on every time we want to get the tank in and out. We're gonna get those tacked up, and then we're gonna get it tacked down to the bed, and then we'll get it all welded in. Now that we got those all welded up, we got the tank set in place, and we're gonna go ahead and burn some welds in the actual mounts themselves, and then hopefully we can use the ratchet and just zizz those bolts right out of there. Easy removal and installation. I'm confident. All right, everybody, we got those mounts welded in. Got the nuts welded on the back side of them. And try to see if all that paid off. See if we can get it to bolt back in like we wanted to. Although it is really hot.
Now, mind you, this is our first time doing anything like this.
Okay, you want to hand me those bolts?
Yep.
I think that one started. I'll check it with Red. Oh yeah, that one right in.
I have to tinker with that one, huh?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
Oh, she's in there.
Worked out like we thought it would.
Look how center it is.
Just like we planned it.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna look good in there. That's some bed liner.
Yep. So what, we start cleaning up back here the rest of the way.
Finish cleaning up.
Mess with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be the hardest one to figure out right there.
Yeah.
But ain't no way to figure it out but to do it. So we're gonna cut into it and get it replaced with another piece of metal we bought and just clean that corner up. We don't want them holes in there when we go bed line. It look terrible. So
Yeah.
may not be the same gauge metal. It's gonna be close, but won't be a hole there or multiple holes, and we'll stop the rusting a little bit. So we'll pick y'all up here in just a little bit.
Well, brother, I'd say we reached a landmark in our skills, huh?
Getting a little better at that old fabricating.
Yeah. We got that chunk cut out that had that big belly, really just the bad spot. But yeah, we got us a piece cut, which it actually goes in from the back, and we're gonna get that sucker burned in and
Get it tacked in, get it welded in. We got to do a little bit of grinding, but we'll have it in there for too long.
yes, sir.
All right, everybody. We've been after it for a couple hours out here. We got that hole working on getting patched. Cody's got to get out of here for the evening, but well, this is where I live, but I'm gonna do some more welding on this evening. It's gonna take some welding and some grinding and some welding. And we made a slight miscalculation on cutting right here.
That would be my
We'll
bad.
be able to fill that from the back, and we got a little piece that we're gonna be able to put on it. But we're gonna get it welded up, ground down smooth, put some seam sealer on it maybe, make sure it looks good. And then tomorrow we'll pick y'all up and we'll do the last bit of prep work and whatnot. And then we'll throw some bed liner down, get the tank in here, and we'll have this thing looking way different. I think it's gonna make the truck look way better.
Oh yeah. I guess we'll pick them up tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody. Welcome back to 843 Garage this morning. We're finally going to be finishing up this bed line and putting in the tank project that we got started. You know how it is. Everything always takes a little longer than expected, especially when you're doing things you've never really done before. We've never done, fixing sheet metal and whatnot on cars or, whatever you really want to call it. But we got it patched up. It looks a lot better than the rust. We can show you the piece that we cut out, actually. There you go. Right. It's way better than this guy being in there. So we got it all cut out, got it replaced, and we'll show them what we did there.
Yep.
It ain't perfect, but it looks better than being rusted out. So we're gonna, we got everything wiped down this morning with some alcohol. We're gonna prep it a little bit, maybe put some tape down, but we're about to start putting this bed liner down and get this thing looking totally different. Well, everybody, we have finally got it done. We got the bed liner in, we got the tank in. Next thing we'll be doing is running the lines next week. But it's still drying though, so it'll dry a little bit darker than this, but it still kind of has a shiny tint to it, but not quite that shiny. But we got the second coat on there. Everything's looking good. We got some extra bed liner coming, so that way we can do this. And then we'll finish this off. We'll cut this piece out, get it fixed up, looking better. And if you look up there, I mean, you can't tell that spot was fixed. I'll hit it with the light. I mean, I'm sure if you really start looking, you can. That's not too bad. So
First time it's something like that.
yeah, it turned out pretty good, but we're just making the truck look a little better. You know, everything we can do to make it look better, ride better, run better. We're just gonna keep trying to do that until it's a good truck. But we're gonna get it out to the strip before too long. We gotta get a number for what it is now, and for some upgrades, and we'll figure out, you know, where to go from there. But we appreciate y'all stopping by, like, share, subscribe, you know, check out the channel, and we'll bring you some more videos soon.